Well, there's a fake page called Trump University, EDTNA, whatever, on Facebook, and I can't comment because I was blocked from Facebook. But the gist of it is to make fun of Trump supporters. Now, before I was blocked, I got in a conversation about gun restrictions and bans. Democrats on that page seem to think you can restrict and ban, and criminals will just not be able to obtain a gun at all and kill people. Funny thing is, that's not true. Let me see. One Democrat named Kim O'Connell tried to say, well, they use it to capture gangs, but she couldn't prove that it stopped people from obtaining guns. She couldn't prove that. She said it was used to take away guns from people who committed crimes. But she hasn't proved that gun control does prevent somebody from it. Because anybody is going to get, anybody intending to commit a crime has the option to get a gun and shoot somebody. Or they use a car or knife or whatever. But they have a chance to get a weapon and actually do something. I mean, the only people who are going to follow those gun control laws, those gun bans restrictions, are the people who will gladly obey the laws. I mean, what you're doing is you're basically saying, we're going to go after every single law-abiding citizen because they're all potential criminals. We're going to disarm them. We're going to tell them not to carry guns in public. Or we're going to tell them to keep it in home. Or we're going to do this. But we know we can't do anything to criminals because we're just not going to obey the gun control laws. Okay? With that being said, someone like me, yes, I would obey the law and not carry if they banned me. But I know that criminal out there is carrying, that gang member, that mass shooter, that whoever is out there already carrying, waiting for a victim. And yes, if you're not armed and somebody else is armed, you're not going to be able to defend yourself. You're a sitting duck. Because if you got to understand this, if you look, that's why I'm making this YouTube video. If you look at situations, well, attackers they go to gun-free zones. What are gun-free zones? It's not something that a law or ordinance says, but it's a business who says, hey, no guns on my property. And most people treat policies like laws. So they obey the policy, they don't carry a gun. But guess who is? The criminal, the person who's going to shoot people and kill people. And yes, they can retain guns for private sales, and the only problem with that is because you cannot go into someone's home and do an inspection, because that would be a search and seizure, which would be requiring a warrant. So that's why, you can't stop private sellers from selling for whoever they want. Because it's just, you can't go to the home. Now, there are opportunities for police officers to do stings. If you're welcome in someone's home, whether they know you're an officer or not, and the officer pretends to be a buyer and told the person they were a felon, then yes, the officer can arrest that person because the fact he was invited in the home, regardless of the seller knowing if it was a cop or not. And also in public places, if they try to sell, if private sellers try to sell a gun to a known felon, and they knew he was a felon, yes, it can be prosecuted. So, it's not going to work with all these gun bans and restrictions. Only thing we got to do is enable the police to do their jobs. Let the police do stings. Let the police do stop and frisk of known felons and gang members. I mean, and there should be stricter punishments for somebody who commits a crime, whether with a weapon or not. We need violent criminals to be in prison longer. Let's not be so lenient on them. But I'd like people to know this. Those people running that group, Trump University EDTA, are making fun of Trump supporters, but when I mentioned gun bans and restrictions, they cannot prove gun control stops people from obtaining guns. It doesn't. Well, it will prevent law-abiding citizens. And they supposedly think all law-abiding citizens are potential criminals. But that's not true. But anyway, it doesn't prevent the ones who intend to commit crime from obtaining a gun and getting it. And all we could do is, instead of focusing on unnecessarily laws and ordinances and policies, how about they allow the police to do their job? And people say stop and frisk didn't work. That's because they stop and frisk everyone. They need to focus on felons and gang members, and then stop and frisk will work. Thank you. Enjoy my video.